What a play from Jacob! And Madison tries! Tie game! 60. Play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil. And that's a shot! Zach Hall, what a play! Oh, and moonshot. Oh, he robbed it! What a catch! What a catch! Coming home. And he hits it. What a play! What a play! The double play from Jerry Langston. And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver. He's advancing home. I don't know if I like it. Oh! He got him. Oh my God! He crossed the plate before he was there. In play, that's a fair ball. Jacob, what a play from Jacob! And Madison tries! Tie game! 60. Play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil. In play, that's a fair ball to Jacob. What a play from Jacob! And Madison tries! Tie game! 60. That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that. What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's going to be out. Jordan Rice heads out. Trey Cluxton right. Flips it over to first and still gets Alex Harden. Cross, get out, ball later! second. Flips over to first. And he does it! Oh my Lord, Zach Inouye, a solo!
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Oh! Philip Grosenbach, walk off the season. Oh!
Get out, ball later!
And that ball is out of here! Walk-off home run, Jake Old! That ball's in play. Going back, Keith McKay! Back at Thomas Playhouse makes the grab. He's heading home. Oh, he's out! He's gonna be out! I like it. That ball is absolutely tattooed. And what a roll! What a roll from Keith McKay!
Flare it up. What a play for Peter McNeil!
Welcome to week 10 of the AWA season and welcome to Clinch Watch here in the Pacific Northwest. Both teams facing off have an opportunity to secure something. For the Nighthawks, a sweep today secures the #1 overall seed and a first-round bye, while a Stingers sweep punches their ticket to the postseason. I'm Trevor Butler. I'm joined alongside by Neil Pape. Neil, how you doing today?
I'm doing amazing, Trevor. Unlike yesterday, this game has slightly less stakes for elimination, but it is still an insanely valuable match for both playoff seeding and clinching, like you said, that first position on the side of the Nighthawks. This is going to be a very interesting matchup.
It sure will be, and the Stingers a game up in 6th, or I believe in 5th. They're 5th in the standings right now, sitting at 13 and 14. 3 teams behind at 12 and 15, so it's a jockey for that last spot in the postseason. Now we'll take a look at the starting lineups first for the home team, the Northern Nighthawks.
Jack Blayhouse, University of Washington.
Drew Gradwell, Blue Mountain State University. Go Goats.
Philip Rosenbacher, Meadowdale High School.
Chance Justice, ITT Tech.
Philip Thomas, Meadowdale Middle School.
And the lineup for the Southern Stingers.
Peter McNeil, Eastern Washington University.
Jordan Rice, University of the Westgate Cougars.
Liam McFeely, Kimball Elementary.
Cole Blevins, Edmonds Woodway High School.
Barrett Carlo, Meadowdale Middle School.
Here's the interesting thing as we get ready to get underway in Game 1. The Nighthawks, as you may know, have played 2. This would be the second series they've played this week. They closed out Week 9 on Monday, so they're going to have to play their 4th, 5th, and 6th games of the week, which could be a challenge. The Stingers looking to capitalize. They're going to send Peter McNeil to the hill to face Drew Gradwell. It's going to be a Cy Young level matchup here in Week 10. 2 teams that are really needing a big-time performance from their man on the hill.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note in that matchup as well that the Nighthawks actually lost the series to the Pacific Pilots, I believe in a 2-1 fashion, which might not bode well for this series. While the Stingers are lower seeded than the Pilots currently, and the Pilots had an incredible performance out of Keaton McKay, stepping in to that pitching spot, coming in the 3rd inning, and having a performance that I believe surpassed many of our expectations. It's going to be important that the Nighthawks rebound here, especially if they want to keep that #1 seeded spot going into playoffs, which will secure them that first-round bye.
That's some great insight. Of course, I was not here for that Monday series. I was out of town this week, so thanks for filling me in on what happened.
No problem.
We'll take a look at the defensive alignment for both squads. Of course, the Stingers will be hitting first. They'll send Peter McNeil to the hill. Barrett Carlo manning the hot corner at 3rd. He'll bat 2nd. Jordan Rice at 2nd. He'll bat 3rd, so you can flip-flop those 2. And Cole Blevins over on 1st, batting cleanup for a Stingers team with only 4 guys this afternoon. Meanwhile, for the Nighthawks, they're going to, as to be expected, send Drew Gradwell to the hill, who is right in the thick of this Cy Young conversation. It'll be Philip Thomas, one of the top home run hitters in the league, leading off, playing 2nd for him. Jack Blayhouse manning the hot corner at 3rd and batting 2nd. Chance Justice batting 3rd. He's the designated hitter today. Gradwell batting cleanup, of course he's on the hill, and Philip Grosenbacher bats 5th and mans first base.
I think another interesting to note is we are seeing Philip Thomas out here today. Me and Jack talked a little bit about yesterday about his brother Sam Thomas on the Western Wolfpack and his chances for the Rookie of the Year contention. We'll see the other major candidate here and his brother Philip Thomas play. And maybe in these final weeks, some sort of that recency bias will come in the voting. And based off their poor performance yesterday, that could hurt Sam Thomas's chances a lot, especially if Philip is able to get a lot done today.
So it should be a big-time series. Of course, Philip Thomas not only in that race, but right in the thick of that Silver Slugger conversation. It's going to be tough to pass Zane Phillips, but if anyone can do it, the tear that Thomas has been on might just help him.
Mm-hmm. And some strong batting performances will definitely be what's needed from this team, especially with Drew Gradwell, who is such a prolific pitcher. Philip Thomas has been toward the top of those standings in almost all, I believe all batting statistics, fighting it out with Zane Phillips for those. Behind in home runs, I believe, and RBIs, but I believe ahead in average. I might have that flipped with RBIs and average. I don't quite remember the statistics, but I think that is the player to watch out for today on the side of the Northern Nighthawks.
So we're going to get things started. It'll be Peter McNeil leading off for the Stingers, top of the first here in game number 1 of this 3-game tilt. McNeil enters with a .432 batting average thus far in the season. He's left the yard 6 times as Cole Blevins trots in. Don't blame him. The traffic is pretty bad today. But we are underway as Gradwell kicks and fires. First pitch grounded left side foul. On a rather cloudy afternoon here in the Pacific Northwest, not the weather we've gotten accustomed to here in the summer times, as Gradwell drops that in for strike 2. Looking to open things up with a punch out here in game 1. That's going to be a little jam shot left side. Great grab, Philip Thomas.
And that's the kind of performance I was talking about that he needs to bring in if he wants to take that first position in the Rookie of the Year race. Great defensive play there for him. Good to see him having success on both the defense and the offense.
And he really got on his horse right there. Looked like that was going to sit down for a leadoff single, but he took it away. So it'll bring Barrett Carlo in the first pitch. Is a speed check at 61. Carlo a .328 clip. He's gone yard 4 times thus far this year as he leaves the first pitch outside for ball 1. That'll stay inside. Meanwhile, Gradwell really trying to stay in the thick of that Cy Young conversation, posting a 2.35 ERA as that's grounded over toward Blayhouse, underhanded flip onto first, and there's 2 away.
Another great defensive play there out of Jack Blayhouse, able to flip it over there to Philip Grossenbacher to get that second out. Jordan Rice will now step in for potentially the Stingers' final player at bat here.
So looking again at Gradwell's stats, now with that out, he's down to a 2.34 ERA. He's notched 93 punch-outs on the year, so 7 shy of the century mark. We'll see if he can pick that up today. Rice steps in, first pitch to him. He's just going to catch the zone at 58 for strike 1. 0-1, waved at strike 2. Gradwell looking to hang a scoreless first. Tipped foul and Rice stays alive. Popped up right side. Grossenbacher is there and he hauls it in for the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3 go the Stingers. We head to the bottom of the first. Still scoreless.
Good work. Thank you. I ate the sandwich for you guys.
Are you your 3rd, huh?
Can you keep that same band on? Oh, come on, same band. Like every 2 weeks. You want me in center or 3rd? If it just gets sweaty like twice in a row, I'm like, let me get it. Oh, my back. Woo! Are you using that one or you want to use this one? Like, yeah, no pain. Working. Right out. Oh, there's some pearls out here. I know. All right.
So back to it here in the bottom of the first. It'll be Philip Thomas leading off for the Nighthawks. Thomas, as we've said, right in that Silver Slugger race, hitting at a 523 clip so far in the year. 17 homers, 46 hits, and 49 RBIs. He'll go to work against Peter McNeil, who leaves the first pitch outside for ball one. That was a hearty cut underneath it and fouled back. The 1-1. Drops out for ball two. McNeil entering this one with a 2.18 ERA, but this could switch it up. Philip Thomas. Right as I was about to discuss his low ERA, Philip Thomas says, let's jack it up a little. Leaves the yard for the 18th time this year. Nighthawks strike first here in game one.
Puts him just 2 behind Zane Phillips, I believe, in that home run race. Keeping himself in contention going into this final week. An amazing home run there from our Rookie of the Year candidate.
Wow, I was about to say that McNeil was at a 2.18 ERA. But that's jumped back up to 2.24. These are the two guys that are really kind of neck and neck at the top of those ERA standings with the tough outing Moses Valdez had last week.
And if we are talking about...
As Playhouse pops that one up left side, this one will stay in the yard, and Jordan Rice hauls it in for the first out.
Yeah, and if we are talking about award candidates, Peter McNeil is still in that contention for the Cy Young Award. Kind of an outsider, I believe, in recent years for that award, is able to sneak his name into the conversation. I believe actually won a fan vote the other week for that award, as he will go wide on this pitch at the third at-bat.
So Chance Justice stepping in, looking for a bit of a consistent rhythm from the right-hander, hitting 260 with a trifecta of homers thus far this year, and he's ahead 3-0 in the count. He's walked 25 times this season. He'll look to make it 26, and he'll do just that. Only the 56th free pass allowed all season from Peter McNeil.
It's a very impressive statistic, especially considering we were talking about Max Melendez yesterday and how he has almost allowed a home run in every inning he has pitched. So to have even that low of walks is a very impressive from the pitcher and shows how he's in that Cy Young candidate race this year.
So back to the other pitcher, Drew Gradwall. First pitch from McNeil stays upstairs for ball one, buzzed the tower a little.
Yeah. Wrong walk. There we go.
And Gradwall had the wrong walk-up music. Gotta call time, step out, recalibrate after that one. You know, the walk-up, oh so important to get you in the right headspace. Tagged foul. Back to us. It's just out of my reach. Could have made another grab and gotten play of the week on the Instagram Reels, but not this time, unfortunately. 3-1 pitch. Missed outside, ball four. It's back-to-back one-out walks issued by McNeil here. 16 pitches thrown here in the bottom of the first from Peter McNeil. 12 of them have been balls.
He's going to need to get that strike number up if he wants to get out of it. Already not quite as good a performance as Drew Gradwall had on the mound, but this is still recoverable, as a 1-point lead in this league is really not that substantial.
Grounded left side. Force out at third is made. A smart play from Barrett Carlo.
Oh, not anymore.
And there's two down.
Philip Thomas will step in. It did have a home run at his first turn at bat this inning. We'll see a ball go high, though, from Peter McNeil.
Thomas ahead 2-0 here. And I'll go ahead 3 there.
2 pitches now in a row going behind Thomas. I wonder if McNeil is scared of another home run coming, as he will throw a pitch for ball 4, which will load the bases.
Had to quickly update the stats. I'm working on those right now. But it'll load the bases with 2 outs, and now Jack Playhouse has another prime opportunity to add on to this lead.
And Jack Playhouse, a player who often just gets on base, one of the highest averages in the league, we'll see the first strike did get stricken out, I believe his first at-bat this inning, but just getting on base in any way here would bring Drew Gradwell home for that second point.
That stays outside for ball 2. If you guys can't tell, I did manage to lose my voice this week, so a little hoarse at the moment as that really came up and in on Gradwell, or on Blayhouse, my apologies. 3-1 stays inside, and it's going to score a run, so yet another walk. Keeps the bases loaded, brings Gradwell home, and it brings Chance Justice up with another opportunity to really extend this lead and potentially even end the inning. First pitch on the way. Upstairs, ball 1. That'll miss again for ball 2. Unexpected start thus far for Peter McNeil as that's going to get ripped off the tree. Off the foul pole, an inning-ending grand slam. The 4th homer of the year from Chance Justice, and it's 6-0 Nighthawks.
Go on, get out. It was foul, but it came back in.
So the Stingers are going to have to really bounce back now as we head to the top of the second. It's 6-0 after 1.
That's like the best you want, right? Oh, yeah. No one get on base.
So quickly back to it here in the top of the second. It'll be Cole Blevins, the 4-hole hitter, leading off for the Stingers. First pitch on the way from Gradwell. Missed downstairs for ball 1. 1-0. In there for strike 1. Blevins hitting at a .274 rate this season. 4 homers, 17 hits, and 14 RBIs as that misses upstairs for ball 2. 2-1, a healthy cut right there from the right-hander Blevins, but he can't connect. Gradwell looking for his first punch out of the afternoon, but he misses inside and loads the count full 3-2. Missed inside, ball 4, his first free pass of the day. And it'll put a man aboard here in the top of the second for the Stingers.
Yeah, this is the Stingers' first runner on base. 6-point lead just in 1 inning is a bit daunting, but they do have quite a few chances to make a comeback at that. They are able to pick up a couple this inning. And Cole Blevins in a decent spot already, off to a good start.
So Peter McNeil steps back in and leaves strike 1. Gradwell, that walk was more balls thrown than he threw in the entire first inning. 4 in that first at bat to only 2 in the entire first frame. But he's got McNeil behind 1 and 2 here. And he'll sit him behind 1 and 3, strikes him out the first of the afternoon for Drew Gradwell, and there's 1 away here in the top of the second.
2 firsts for Drew Gradwell at the both first 2 at-bats this inning. First base runner allowed and first strikeout. Unable, probably not going to have another first at this next at-bat, but hopefully for him, he will get that second strikeout.
And that K brings Gradwell only 6 away from the 100 strikeout mark on this season, that is. So that'll be grounded foul by Carlo. Gradwell, 371 career strikeouts here in the AWA. So he's approaching that 400 mark, might not hit it this year, but next year could be a possibility for the right-hander who fires that one, which is tapped foul by Carlo. It's 2-2.
think 100 this year, maybe even in this game, is still very possible as he gets one closer to that. Just 5 remaining to reach that 100 strikeouts on the year.
For him, the key is going to be game 2 because, of course, with only 4 more outs for the Stingers to play with, it's tough to get 5 strikeouts and 4 outs. But
yeah, that would be impressive if someone was able to do that. He will start off with a strike, though, against Jordan Rice, so he's going to try to pick up as many of those as he can.
I'd say it'd be more likely if we had drop third strikes here in the AWA, but of course with our silent, stoic metal catcher, you're not going to see many of those. He's pretty consistent behind the plate. 1-2 pitch on the way. Got him to swing out at a trifecta of punch-outs here in the second for Drew Gradwall. Keeps the Stingers at bay. 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the frame.
Oh, good.
So after that frame, Drew Gradwall is going to lead things off here in the bottom of the second. First pitch drops out of the zone from McNeil for ball 1.
That's what it's supposed to do. 61.
Quite the performance from Gradwall so far this game. We'll get a no pitch there, but we'll fall.
That's crazy.
About 60 on the money. Beautiful location for Peter McNeil, who now gets Gradwall behind 1 and 2.
Probably wanting that first pitch back. And then one will be fouled off, but count will stay 1 and 2.
So that's pulled right side, but right to Blevins, who takes maybe 1 step to his left and hauls in the liner for the first out of the inning.
I didn't do more of that.
Well, it went right past my eyeballs, and then it was a strike.
The strike's on the slant.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Straight.
No, when you swing with just your hands behind your body, washing machine, yeah, pretty good.
Philip Grossenbacher will now step in. We'll look at the first ball out of McNeil. 1 out already down, but a second ball will be thrown. So Grossenbacher a bit ahead at this at-bat.
Grossenbacher had the fielder's choice first time up as McNeil was trying to hit us, but he'll take a 4-pitch walk here to open things up.
If the Nighthawks are looking for an expedient end to this game, they will try to get those 4 runs to end to get the mercy rule of 10-0 to end the game after the second inning, which after their batting performance in the first inning may be possible, but starting with 1 out is not the most optimal way to do that.
This is probably the guy you'd like to see at the plate, though, if you're trying to get that 10-run mark, and McNeil might just not throw him a competitive pitch. Decides to swing it something way above his head, and he'll ground out for the second out of the inning.
It will advance Grossenbacher to second, which would put him in traditional scoring position. We have seen quite a few doubles this year, but it is unlikely that he will be able to make it all the way home. Likely we'll need 2 more pitchers, especially with the on-base machine, Jack Playhouse stepping up to bat. We may end up with either runners on first and second or first and third. That will be the first ball thrown, though.
That'll drop into the zone for strike 1. McNeil in desperate need of a shutout frame after the 6th spot in the first. 6 runs on only 2 hits for the Nighthawks, as Playhouse did a good job of defending right there. He kind of knows what McNeil's going to throw.
Yeah, 2 of our most veteran players in this league will now try to pick up some balls, get a little bit of a mental reset here on both sides. McNeil was able to start off with 2 pretty good strikes, but Playhouse has been able to defend a little bit to bring the count to 2-2.
2-2 pitch on the way. Grounded back to McNeil, skips off his hand. He can't quite bring it in. He tried to tip it over to Carlo, who couldn't hold on to it either. And Jack Blehaus is going to be safe at first.
Both McNeil and Carlo unable to get a hand on that ball will advance Grossenbacher to third, and Blehaus will get on first. Chance Justice will now step in and try to bring Grossenbacher home to bring the Nighthawks to 7 runs.
Justice homered last time up, and he's really looking to repeat that right here, but he's behind 0-2. And he'll watch strike 3, disbelief. A beautiful pitch out of the hand of Peter McNeil. And the Stingers notch a scoreless frame. We head to the top of the third, still 6-0.
My right hand slipped off and cut my fucking finger.
Drew, your biggest fan in the world is in the TikTok comments, bro.
Who is it?
I don't know, some dude's like, this is only regular season Drew Gradwell, just wait for the postseason.
That's definitely Leah's number.
It's Brian Hart Raiders.
He's got money on this game.
Yeah, he for sure does.
Drew Gradwell over 5 strikeouts.
So we'll head to the top of the third here. As Blevins takes ball 1 to open us up. Gradwell looking for a quick inning to end game 1. Grounded over toward Blehaus. It's going to be Philip Thomas.
What a play!
And another great play from Philip Thomas for the first out of the frame.
Yeah, such a strong throw out there from the second baseman, as you can see in that replay. I really thought that after Jack Blehaus was unable to field it cleanly, that Cole Blevins would have been able to make it on base, but an incredible throw out of Phillips.
So 1 away now for Peter McNeil, 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. He'll tag the first pitch foul. And he'll do just the same to the second.
I'm fouling him off, did you? No, I've seen him come close.
Grounded left side. This one Blehaus is able to come up cleanly with, but the throw to first not in time. It was bobbled around by Grossenbacher.
Very important for the Stingers to start to try to get runners on base here, as this will be their last opportunity to try to tie this game up to force us into extra innings, as the first pitch will go wide. Down 6 still with only 2 outs to work with. Barrett Carlo will knock one up, and Gradwell will make the connection and step on first for the double play, which would...
Wow, he doubled him off.
Yeah, that was so unexpected.
I was plugging in the stats, and he doubled him off.
I was stunned because McNeil didn't even make an attempt to go back to first, just ended up trotting along to second.
And the ruling on McNeil's ground ball was an error, which means because of that, the double play caps off a Game 1 no-hitter from Drew Gradwell.
Peter McNeil just walks to second base and gives up by the time that Drew Gradwell does make over to the first. This will put the Nighthawks 1 up in this series, on their way to completing the sweep to secure the first place and the round bye for the playoffs. We'll be back with Game 2 shortly.
I was like trying to plug in the computer. Wow.
All right, Drew Gradwell, the no-hitter, gets the interview.
Oh, I gave it to him.
I'll take it.
They took away an actual no-hitter from me earlier.
Oh, so it's just to get us these backseats.
Yeah, it's what's it called?
So after the Game 1 no-hitter, Robert is with Drew Gradwell.
You said as we were walking up that you thought you had a no-hitter earlier this year, so now you finally get one. How does it feel?
Yeah, you know, it feels good. I mean, had the fielders behind me make a lot of plays for me that game, so anytime I can keep it on the ground for them, they can make plays. It's a recipe for good things to happen.
Are you guys thinking about playoff positioning as you're going through today, or what's your mentality as a group?
You know, playoff position, it is what it is. We're just looking to be in good form coming into the playoffs. You know, you can play a good game and still lose. That's all we're looking for is just some good hitting, good pitching, good fielding, all around good baseball. So,
all right, good luck out there for Game 2. Back to booth, guys.
Thank you, Robert. Not the start that you would be looking for if you are a Stingers fan, but quite the opposite if you're a Nighthawks fan. Getting that clean game completed in Game 1, really the rebound that you needed after that loss to the Pacific Pilots earlier this week, technically in Week 9, but early this calendar week. The Nighthawks looking quite strong coming out of a very strong first inning and not even having the chance to bat at the bottom of the third just due to their dominance on the defensive side. Trying to look for a replication of that performance here in Game 2, try to continue the sweep to secure that first place spot going into the playoffs.
And taking a look at the stats from game number 1, Drew Gradwall with the no-no and with the shutout, dropping his ERA down to 2.24, while Peter McNeil's has jumped back up to 2.45. And even more interestingly, Peter McNeil will not be pitching Game 2. The Stingers are going to go with Jordan Rice, their usual Game 3 starter, boasting a 5.4 ERA over 21 2/3 innings of work here in the 2025 campaign.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe we might have also seen this in the Stingers last series where Peter only opted to play 1 inning. I wonder if it's a bit of stat saving for that Cy Young race if he saw the Stingers' poor performance in this first game and decided to maybe conserve some of his pitches. But Rice will start off with a ball going low against Thomas.
And it may well be as they focus on that Cy Young campaign, but you can't afford to punt any games right now for the Stingers, as that's grounded to Rice and thrown onto first for the first out of the inning. Can't really afford to be punting games right now because the Stingers are in such a close race for that last handful of playoff spots.
I think it is. There may be a slight chance that the Stingers do end up in that last spot and are eliminated, but I think that would be extremely unlikely. I think more likely the Stingers are just trying to avoid those last couple spots because it is a long way, as Jacques Leos does get a hit and is going to be safe on first. It is a long playoffs run if you are one of those last 2 seeds. We saw the Wolfpack try to go for something like that last year, coming out of a kind of low seed, were able to make some waves in the playoffs, but did end up losing in the semifinals. Could be a tough road for the Stingers as Chance Justice looks at the first ball.
So Blayhouse was able to just beat out the throw from Barrett Carlo over their first base runner of the ball game for the Northern Nighthawks. And Justice ahead 3-0 here working on Rice. And I'll take ball 4 down low. 1 out walk issued to Justice, and it's going to be men on first and second for Gradwall.
Who had the fastest?
Smooth operator now stepping into the box after his no-hitter in inning 3 of the last game. See if he's able to replicate some of that success this time on the offensive side.
So Gradwall looking to continue this offensive kickstart here in the first inning of Game 2, as that had quite a bit of movement on it from Rice. Just didn't break enough for him. Grounded left side, tough play. Carlo, he's going to tag Blayhouse and make the throw. A nearly unassisted double play from Barrett Carlo to end the inning.
Very good play there from Barrett Carlo. Gets the tag and just...
Fucking love that.
We're going to take a look at the replay here. Yeah, just beats Gradwall to first base with the throw by about half a step. That will end the inning, and the Stingers will shut out the Nighthawks in this first inning. A very different performance than last game. Hopefully a good direction here from the Stingers. We'll be back with the bottom.
We're working on it. When was the last time we had a running game? High school? I probably couldn't remember. Yeah.
You gotta drink one.
Maybe somewhere? I can't do it. You know where I had the most the fanciest place I've ever been to? I had a ring here. It was I remember Chris. Oh, I did it all the time. I asked for like a Bud Light, like a Coors Light.
So Peter McNeil is going to lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Of course, not pitching here in game number 2. He'll be playing second as he takes ball 1 low from Gradwall, who's going to look to continue lowering his ERA. Grounded back to Gradwall. I was kind of expecting McNeil to leave the yard right there as soon as I nearly indirectly jinxed Drew Gradwall. Feels like that's happened all year, but it's an easy play from Gradwall as he flips on to first for the first out of the inning. First pitch to Barrett Carlo now is popped up foul. 0-1 on the way, and it'll drop in at 58 for strike 2. Now the 0-2. Got him to watch 57, the first punch out of game 2 for Drew Gradwall, at number 97 on the season.
Yeah, you said it earlier, this game 2 is really important for Gradwall on the mound if he does want to get to those 100 strikeouts in the regular season. Only 3 away now. Will still have quite a few to work with in this game, especially because they are pitching second, which will mean that they will likely see the bottom of the third if they are leading.
Gradwall fires and Rice tacks it foul.
That's right.
So 2 quick outs to open this inning. We'll see if Gradwall can make it a third. He's got Rice behind 0-2 as that's tagged foul. 0-2 pitch. Missed downstairs for ball 1. Gradwall recalibrates, looks home. The 1-2 on the way. Missed high, and the count is level 2-2. Gradwall comes up. Little chopper back to him. He'll haul it in for the third out of the inning. No strikeout. But he's able to rein in a shallow pop-up, and the Stingers go 1-2-3 here in the first. Scoreless as we head to the top of the second. So Philip Grossenbacher will lead off this second inning. And Jordan Rice's first pitch is up high for ball 1. Whoa. Runs up and in. Jack Playhouse pretty unhappy about that in the dugout. Has some words for Jordan Rice. 2-0 pitch now to Grossenbacher is swung through at 61, so it'll be a speed check.
That was a bat speed. I can't even thought.
So still ahead 2-0. Grossenbacher thought about it, but just holds off. Looking for a leadoff walk, and he won't get it right here. 55 on the gun, and it just catches that outside part of the zone. This one, though, will miss outside, and after 5 pitches instead of 4, Grossenbacher will take a walk down first.
Yeah, in that first inning, the Nighthawks were, I believe, able to get runners on first and second, but I believe it was after they had already gotten their first out, so a little bit of a change of pace here as they will continue to stack up runners. Philip Thomas, though, really the person you want to see in the batter's box if you are the Northern Nighthawks and are looking to get points on the board.
That ball came out of the hand of Jordan Rice and almost immediately broke dead left. I'm not sure what happened there. It's not very windy. That was a ridiculous break on that pitch. Thomas is ahead 2-1 here. Takes a healthy hack at that one, but can't connect. It's 2-2. Sitting on 18 homers for the season is Philip Thomas. And the count will go full 3-2 here. Thomas thought about it, holds off, and takes a walk. Back-to-back walks to open up the second inning for Jordan Rice.
Really good discipline there from Philip Thomas to get that walk. Some good pitches there out of Jordan Rice, though. Good strikes. I believe one right at 60 that hit the zone and had Philip Thomas swing at it. Jack Playhouse will now step in, try to load the bases here.
First pitch misses upstairs. Playhouse 1 for 1, singled in the first inning. The only hit of this game. He's going to wear one off the head here. And lets out a bit of a yelp.
Yeah, that was a little personal.
Jack was already mad at Jordan Rice. He just got madder. We'll see what he can turn that into here in the box. And he is up 3-0. We'll take a swing at it though and put him at 3-1.
A green light hack for Jack Playhouse, but he can't connect, so it'll be a hitter's count, 3-1. And he'll leave it inside ball 4. That's going to load the bases. And Chance Justice, who's already got 1 grand slam today, is going to have an opportunity to do it again. Justice walked his first time up, one of a handful of walks issued thus far by Jordan Rice. First pitch here is upstairs, ball 1. And Justice will leave that on the up and in corner for strike 1. He wants to drive one. He wants that grand slam.
Back-to-back, or I guess technically not back-to-back, but grand slams in back-to-back games would be very impressive, as you are able to make that catch off that foul ball. Very impressive, but just shows that Justice is continuing to look for a strong pitch, but is stricken out. And the Nighthawks will take their first out here in this second inning. Do still have the bases loaded though, so Drew Gradwell will continue to look for that grand slam, or will probably be fine with just a walk to get 1 on the board, as this game is still 0-0.
And Playhouse just said to Gradwell, he said, you better not hit into a double play here. Pressure's on for Drew Gradwell, who takes a big-time cut at the first pitch, but can't connect.
Yeah, double plays are very dangerous in this position with so many runners on base. I believe we might have seen 2 already today, or was it just the 1 to close out?
It was 2, because Carlo turned 1 for the Stingers, and then, of course, the game 1 ending double play.
Yeah, so very
That's
dangerous.
lined back up the middle, but it could be another. No, he missed it. The throw to first. The throw to first went wide. Drew Gradwell raised his hands in celebration. It looked like it was going to be another double play.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, Trevor, there, that his foot just barely gets on the base before that ball completely passes the home plate, which will score 2 runs. We were very scared of that double play, and it almost happened. Drew Gradwell just able to get on base, though, and does get 2 RBIs in. Philip Grossenbrock will now step in, but it will go right up to Colt Blevins to end the inning. The Nighthawks do walk away with 2, though. A decent lead, especially coming out of a 0-0 inning 1. We'll be right back with the bottom.
So what'll happen? Gradwell.
Welcome back. The Stingers will now step into the box to try to strike back after the Nighthawks pick up 2 in the top of the second. Stingers looking to score some points here. I believe still scoreless on the day, as they were shut out 6-0, I believe, in the first game, or maybe they might have gotten a couple more runs in that second inning. Colt Blevins will swing through pitch 1 here, though. Not necessarily the start you want to see if you are trying to get some points on the board.
So Gradwell back to work, like you said, as that's tagged foul for the second strike after an interesting sequence that allowed a pair of runs to score in the top of the frame.
It is one of the more confusing plays I have seen here at the AWA, but the Nighthawks will be very happy with the result, avoiding the double play and scoring 2 runs, putting them up in the series, as the count will stay at 1-2 as Blevins is able to foul that ball off.
No way! This one tagged foul once again. Lots of action back here in the booth. And another ball that's finding its way into our humble abode back here.
Yeah, I believe that one hit off the roof and came right in between us. A little bit scary up here sometimes.
1-2 once more from Groundwall. This one's going to drop into the zone. Blevins can only watch. Strike 3 called, and there's one down.
I believe if we're tracking Gradwell on his path to 100 strikeouts this year, that puts him at 98 or
98.
Yeah, 98.
Too shy.
A no-hitter in this inning with 3 strikeouts from Gradwell would put him over that threshold. And he needs to be careful this game if he does want to reach that threshold, because he runs out of eligibility going into Game 3. So within these next 2 innings, he isn't going to need to pick up these next 2. That one will.
Grounder Thomas, tough play. No doubt about it. Consistent back there. Drew Gradwall pointing him out, giving him a shout. It's got to be easy to pitch when you've got guys like that behind you.
Oh, I'm sure the confidence is through the roof, and that might be the key to what has given the Nighthawks so much success this year. Just consistent players across the board in every position.
1-0 pitch to Carlo from Gradwall is going to drop into the zone for strike 1. And looking past Gradwall, if the Nighthawks can hang on, if this result holds, that's going to be driven toward left and gone. Barrett Carlo breaks up the no-hitter, the first hit of the day for the Stingers, the first run of the day, and it splits the lead in half. It's 2-1.
A very pivotal home run there coming out from Barrett Carlo with 2 outs already. Going for a more broken up point there would have been much more risky. This does put the Stingers on the board and brings us within a 1-point ball game. There is still an inning left to play and 1 out to work with, but a much needed point gain for the Southern Stingers.
Grounded to Gradwall, tried to stop it with his foot, but again, consistency from Philip Thomas to end the inning. Stingers get a run back and pick up their first hit of the afternoon. It's 2-1 as we head to the 3rd.
This guy is just parking his car and going nuts. It's awesome.
Back here for the top of the 3rd, Philip Thomas will lead things off, and he'll take ball 1 outside to start things off as he waves at 58 to even the count. Nighthawks looking for some insurance here after the first hit of the day.
Yeah, definitely looking to expand their lead, as we saw there. Solo home run would tie the Stingers with the Nighthawks if the Nighthawks are unable to extend their lead here. Philip Thomas will be able to get on first base here. See if the Nighthawks are able to get him home throughout the duration of this inning. Still have all 3 outs to work with, as Thomas Playhouse will step, not Thomas Playhouse, sorry, Jack Playhouse will step into the batter's box.
Playhouse 1 for 1 thus far, a single and a walk in this 2nd game. He'll foul back the first pitch of the at-bat. 0-1 now from Rice, drops out, and Jordan Rice really climbing with that pitch count, already at 44 as that's tagged foul for strike 2. That'll make it 45, 27 balls to 18 strikes for the right-hander. So that one moves out of the zone and levels the count 2-2. This one sent towards center, but caught by McNeil, comes up firing.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to go out of play. It'll move Thomas up to 2nd, so Peter McNeil tried to catch Philip Thomas napping over there at first, but he could not do it, and Thomas will take advantage.
Unlike McNeil at the end of the last game, Thomas is able to get back on base, and the overthrown ball will push him to 2nd base. Chance Justice will swing at the first pitch here from Jordan Rice.
And he'll sky one right side off the tree. It's above the line and gone. Chance Justice, his second homer of the series, makes it a 4-1 ball game here in the top of the third.
Yeah, Chance Justice really has been on today on the pitching, or not the pitching, the hitting side of things, coming in today with only 3 home runs on the year, the final week of the season, and already picks up 2 in this first game, in these first 2 games.
So Drew Gradwall steps back in now, 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out, and he takes a hearty hack at that 1-0 pitch, but can't connect. Nighthawks able to extend their lead out to 3 runs now, and the pressure goes back on Gradwall, who's ahead 3-1 here, but will be tasked with closing down this second game, securing the series for the Nighthawks. And if they win this second game, it's going to be a big-time situation for the Aces, who will need to sweep their series.
And I believe the Aces playing against the Eastern Enforcers, another team that is contending for that last place that last place position, which would eliminate them from playoffs.
Ground ball left side. Grossenbacher's going to set one in. Gradwall wisely holds up at second, was slip sliding around, and Peter McNeil came in with a head of steam, but could not tag Gradwall out.
The Hawks doing a very good job of staying on base, not trying to overrun, not trying to get greedy by trying to secure a few extra bases. Peter McNeil unable to get the out there. Keep them just at 1 out so far this inning.
And Thomas, who walked last time up, will nearly repeat that performance here. He fouls the 3-0 pitch back. This one stays inside, and he'll walk the bases loaded for Rice, and Jack Blayhouse will have an opportunity to extend this lead even more.
Like I've been saying, Jack Blayhouse always seems to find his way onto base. I believe he's had a couple of these bases loaded situations that he's been in so far this game. Nighthawks have been very good at getting runners on base, which I think is what this team is known for, as he will see that first ball already a quarter of the way to first base.
Leaves ball 2. 7 homers so far on the year for Blayhouse. Number 8 could come at a critical time for the Nighthawks. As that misses outside, he's ahead 3-0. And he'll take a walk. It'll bring another run home. It'll make it a 5-1 game. An RBI walk for Jack Blayhouse. And it'll bring Chance Justice back up. Already a pair of homers so far today. 1 for 2 in this second game with a walk, a strikeout, and that homer just a little bit ago here in the top of the third. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. This one's popped foul. It'll settle in on top of the hot tub for strike 1. Still only 1 out here in the top of the third, as Justice jumps ahead 2-1. Justice in a little bit of pain there as he swings through strike 2 and moves the count full. And it'll miss outside and bring another run home. It'll make it a 6-1 ball game here.
And as these points continue to rack up for the Nighthawks, it becomes even more scary for the Southern Stingers, as the only point they've been able to put on the board tonight has been a solo home run from Barrett Carlo, which, as every lead is surmountable, it starts to not feel that way when you're unable to get runners on base and get points in.
Rice looking at McNeil, having a little conversation here. We'll see if they go back to Peter McNeil just to try and get out of this inning. Now he comes home, and Gradwall wears the first pitch. Tapped foul. 1-1, pulled left side, out into no man's land. 1 run scores. Here comes Blayhouse. Throw to the plate, not in time. We'll take a look.
Cross home, right? Before you're home? Cross home before you're home, right?
Yeah. Doesn't have to hit the back.
Just got to cross it for and hit the back.
Yeah, I believe that replay does show that Jack Playhouse is unable to make it home. He is thrown out at home from Jordan Rice. A good play there from Peter McNeil to get the ball to Jordan Rice. That will be, I believe, the second out. So one run will still come in the form of Philip Thomas, and runners will now be on the corners for the Northern Nighthawks. Philip Grossenbacher will now step up to the plate with 2 outs down. The Nighthawks already be able to pick up quite a few runs in this inning. This inning, very important for racking up runs as there is no run cap, as one ball will fly close to Grossenbacher there.
And it was a close play at home. Initial call was safe, but it was reversed. 1 run does score, so Gradwall will notch an RBI. So that's outside, and it's a 2-1 count now. Rice at 76 pitches thus far as Grossenbacher swings through strike 2. Looking to avoid hitting that century mark for pitches in only 2 2/3 innings of work thus far for Jordan Rice. As that's a liner out toward left field. It's going to drop into the base of the wall. 1 run scores. Gradwall will hold up at third. Grossenbacher goes to second, an RBI double for the big baker, Philip Grossenbacher, and it's an 8-1 ball game.
And he really baked something up there. A very deep hit into the back, one of the deepest parts of the field, back left there, is able to advance 2 runners, 2 bases, and get an RBI home. A very important hit there out of the big baker.
And we're going to have a pitching change here. It looks like Cole Blevins will come on to pitch. They're going to move Peter McNeil to first and Jordan Rice to second.
We got the big unit.
That's a shot. Trade for the unit.
Taking a look at Cole Blevins getting some practice shots in here. Not someone we normally see up on the mound for the Stingers because they do have Jordan Rice and Peter McNeil, 2 quite prolific pitchers in this league. Cole not able to make too many connections from this initial look. Some quips coming out from the dugout of the Nighthawks about his pitching. We'll see if they do regret those comments shortly, though, as Philip Thomas, probably their best option into Blevins, will step into the box. This will be quite difficult for Blevins to try to convert to close out this inning.
Blevins has faced 8 batters thus far this year in 2/3 of an inning of work. A 22.5 ERA, he's allowed 5 runs, including 2 homers, and Thomas is ahead 2-0 here. So an interesting choice to go to Blevins here in game 2, as that's going to be lined over toward Carlo. He's going to make the throw to first, but it skips away from McNeil. Skipped away from Peter McNeil. Thomas safe at first. Gradwall scores from third. And it's 9-1 as the inning continues.
And we find the Nighthawks find themselves in a position again with runners on the bases. Philip Grossenbacher just sitting a couple feet away from bringing this game to 10-1, which would be quite catastrophic for the Southern Stingers.
First pitch upstairs to Playhouse for ball 1. 1 for 2, a single, a fly out, and a pair of walks. This Playhouse waves at 47 right there. Missed down low, ball 2 at 46.
I believe if I remember the order correctly, we might see Chance Justice coming up after Jack Playhouse, which if he is able to get on base with the walk, will load the bases, and Chance Justice already with a grand slam this series. Will he be able to reproduce that?
Playhouse takes ball 4 down low, and like you said, Chance Justice will have an opportunity to take some cuts. 2 down still here in the top of the 3rd, a 7 spot thus far for the Nighthawks.
Waiting on you, Jack.
And you mentioned Blevins in the previous times that he did pitch, did allow a couple home runs. So we'll see if that is replicated here, as the first pitch is very slow and hits Justice.
He's just out there trying stuff right now.
These are some of the odder pitches. I'm almost trying to replicate Drew Tenzar, who I believe used to be on the Stingers team last year, with his famous Ephus pitch.
He broke out a 50-mile-an-hour one there, looking to get Justice out and end the frame, but he misses outside. Blevins working in a 2-2 count. Send center field. Do you get deja vu? Chance Justice, a grand slam. It makes it a 13-1 ball game.
That was definitely one of the more interesting at-bats I have seen. But Chance Justice able to double his home run count on the year just in this final week, with 2 of them being grand slams. It's a lot of points here for the Northern Nighthawks. Just an absolutely dominant performance after taking a loss to the Pilots just last week.
And I will personally shout out Olivia Rodrigo for the inspiration on that call. Blevins working the 1-1 now, and Gradwell's just taking hacks out there. He's gonna have quite a cushion in the bottom of this inning.
Yeah, at this point with this lead and this pitching performance, you might as well have fun out there.
Oh, I don't know. You can pitch for 2 games, dude. It's so practice.
Blevins already tired. Just asked Gradwell how he can pitch 2 games straight.
Hey, if you guys don't want to pay $5, can you get that ball? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Tapped foul. He'll stay alive at 2-2. And he'll do it once again. This time he strikes out swinging. It'll end the frame, but an 11 spot in the top of the 3rd. As the Nighthawks in the driver's seat, Gradwell is going to look to close it down and end this ball game.
13 to win, 12 to tie. Awesome. It's been done before, so. Oh, yeah. Dude, like 2 years ago, not last year, the year before, you couldn't have 10 runs. You're right. Cole, I think it's Cole.
Are you going to go game 3?
Yeah. Thank you.
This might be my last game.
Oh, so now you go in. Well, I was going to pick game 3. I'll give you guys a chance to come back into this one. Might pull a Jay Pratt. I was going to bat lefty, so. Well, now you got to bat righty.
You need some warm up? Or
nah, fuck it. It's 13-1. Right?
Oh, me?
So here in the bottom of the 3rd, we've got a pitching change. Jack Playhouse is going to get warmed up for what we would assume would be his game 3 start. Pitching with a 12-run cushion, he's got the luxury of essentially having a bullpen session right here.
Yeah, but to use his own words against him, he's going to try to avoid doing a Jace Pratt here, which was a situation where the Aces were up quite, I think, around 10 points versus the Central Cyclones, and led by Zane Phillips, they were able to come back and win that game. They are able to get the first out here at first base, which is already a better start than I'm sure happened in that game 3.
Yeah, the Aces were up 6-0 in that ball game, allowed a 10 spot in the top of the 3rd. So it's back to the top of the order with Peter McNeil. And he'll pull one foul to level the count 1-1. 13 runs on 8 hits for the Northern Nighthawks versus 1 run on 1 hit for the Southern Stingers. Only 1 hit all day.
I struggle with my phone too. I just have someone show me how to post an Instagram. And then I'll know when I'm at middle.
That's swung through strike 2 to McNeil. And the interesting thing is here is we're wondering, will we see Gradwell in game 3? Is that a smoked foul off the bat of Peter McNeil? Drew Gradwell will, of course, have another inning of eligibility.
That pitch looks good, but every time it's just like
it's going to drop short.
Yeah.
So McNeil behind 1-2. He's able to stay alive there and tap it foul. 1-2 again. This time he can't connect, and there's 2 down.
And Jack Playhouse hasn't always been the pinch pitcher here for the Northern Nighthawks this year, with Philip Thomas taking that role quite often, but still looks like he has it after being that second pitcher last year and in many other years. Obviously not always taking the spot of Drew Gradwell, who is very
Carlo popped up foul territory, caught, and that will put a bow on game 2. Nighthawks take this series, and now they'll key their attention into trying to claim that first round bye as we see you guys in game 3.
Oh, good job, team.
Justice, interview time, baby.
I am like, this is like the most involved in this. Show my nipples.
So after staying hot and leaving the yard a couple times in game 2, Chance Justice is with Robert.
Time out the key home runs you've done in both the games so far.
Well, you know, I just got tired of sucking, really. I wanted to get back to Piston excellence when I wake up, and I think I did that. I'm starting to do it, and yeah, you know, I'm kind of stat patting right now, but you know, the swing's feeling good going into the playoffs right now.
Really important game 3 for you guys. How are you feeling going into it?
Feeling good. We got to get the clean sweep to probably clinch 1 seed, which we really need. So I think we're playing great right now. Jack's gonna go out there and pitch a great game, and I'm excited to see how this game ends up.
All right, good luck. Back to it, guys.
What game? Okay.
Thank you, Robert. An excellent Chance Justice has been this game, or this series, as he picks up grand slams in both games. The Nighthawks will continue on their run here to try to finish out the sweep, which is a feat that not many teams have achieved this year. I believe we've seen so many 2-1s across pretty much any series, even with some of our lower-seeded teams taking games off of our higher-seeded teams, though we might see 2 sweeps here back-to-back in series with the Central Cyclones sweeping the Western Wolfpack yesterday. The Nighthawks looking to replicate that.
We literally have 1 hit today.
So we're going to see some adjustments for both squads. Peter McNeil will be back on the hill for game 3 for the Stingers. Blevins at first, Rice at second, Carlo at third, and the Nighthawks with a somewhat new look lineup. They're going to go with Jack Playhouse as is expected. Chance Justice will stay at DH, Philip Thomas at third, Philip Grossenbacher at second, and Drew Gradwall over at first.
And Jack Playhouse will step in here. I believe, even though I mentioned that he hasn't normally been their second pitcher, he did in their last series as well, which I believe was noted at the time as a bit of an odd move. Like I said, Philip Thomas usually fills that role, but after seeing him pitch 1 inning last game, does look to still have it, trying to replicate both his performance from last game and his teammate Drew Gradwall, who has pitched impeccably today.
So we'll get things started here, and again, if you're the Nighthawks, you're now looking for the sweep, and you're looking to clinch that first-round bye.
He's tripled his stats.
While the advantage of the first-round bye is important to try to avoid as many sticky situations, if the Central Cyclones do clinch their spot in the playoffs, they will play in a play-in match to then, I believe, play against the Northern Nighthawks in the second round, if I do remember the format. And that team is very scary in terms of hitting power. So while the first spot may be seen as an advantage to some teams, it is still a risky position to be in.
And there's a lot of talent in this league. It's not like you can really sleep on any team in this league, as McNeil gets one back and moves the count to 1-2. Little jammer. Playhouse is gonna just hand it to Drew Gradwall. He had McNeil beat and just gently set it in the palms of Drew Gradwall for the first out of the inning. We're having a lot of fun here today on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, I believe it's one of our quicker series we've seen already entering game 3 at just 7 o'clock.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, very much so. We've seen some games definitely get out of hand here. Barrett Carlo, with the only hit of the day for the Stingers, will step in now.
Carlo ahead 2-0, and he'll make it an even 3 here, as he takes a healthy cut at the 3-0. Green light on for the righty. Now a 3-1 hitter's count. Blasted left side. It's going to get down for a base hit single. Carlo holds up at first, and his His nice day as the only person to pick up a hit for the Stingers will continue.
It's the consistency we need to start seeing out of more of these Stinger players. They want to clinch this third game. I believe a sweep would be the only position that might leave them at risk of elimination. Trying to avoid that, as Jordan Rice will swing at the first pitch.
0-1 pitch on the way from Blayhouse is tapped foul, and it's 0-2. Rice with a little Eminem as his walk-up music. As that stays way low for ball one. A la Taylor Rogers, who of course was traded to the New York Mets today. Moving coasts, going from San Francisco to New York. As that misses outside, and the count is full 3-2. Swung through strike 3, the second out of the frame, as Jordan Rice can't catch up.
Jack Playhouse here being pretty consistent on the mound, only allowing Barrett Carlo to get a hit, which has been the only player to get a hit this series for the Southern Stingers. Cole Blums will now step in to try and double that number of hitters.
So in steps the 4-hole hitter, Cole Blevins, who jams one over toward Gradwall, and he can't make the grab. Had it all wrapped up and it slipped through his hands. Wow. I thought he was going to haul that in with ease.
Yeah, that definitely looked like a done deal there for the Northern Nighthawks, but Southern Stingers will get a second chance on life here with Peter McNeil stepping into the box.
Outside, and Blayhouse falls behind 2-0.
Other than that, my contract stipulates DH only.
And Barrett Carlo just said that. And that might have been Chance Justice. It was. Chance Justice said, according to his contract, he can only play DH. Just trying to rib Drew Gradwall a little as that misses inside for ball 3. It's a 3-1 hitters count on the way.
The balls are not AWA certified.
You know with all year.
It's got pizza on it.
For real.
See, that's the time, right on.
You got that sauce on it. Who was pitching while eating pizza?
3-1 hitters count here for McNeil. Will look to load the bases here or even get a home run to get some points on the board. Would surpass the Stingers' record so far this series of 1 point. Barrett Carlo, though, will get tagged out from a left field hit from McNeil. That will end this frame for the Southern Stingers, as the Nighthawks will get a chance to strike back in the bottom of the first.
And there's this play that's two bases loaded. We're on the thing. All right, guys, let's do something. And then they call for the field. The second, it's still alive. Yeah. So like the guy on third tried to get a second, and then we didn't tag. That guy and the guy on second. What's going on? You know, like a little play. I feel like in softball, it's like that's you know, it's like yeah, you gotta know the rule. You gotta know the rule, 100%. But it's like. Like, I feel like Elf was actually cool about it.
You'll get people every time.
She called it dead ball. So
Yeah.
she couldn't go far.
Yeah. But it's not really that ball.
Yeah.
Bottom of the first on the way here in game 3 as we get ready for the playoffs. You guys are looking at the past champions of the AWA. This Nighthawks team, a couple of rings to their name, and they're looking to put themselves in the driver's seat for number 3. Be 3 rings in 6 years, and I'd argue that might be a dynasty of some sorts.
For sure. The Nighthawks, I think many would see them as almost a favorite already going into the playoffs, especially if they're able to secure this first seed in this third game, out of this third game.
Hammered left side, Rice is able to haul it in, but the throw runs up the line. Thomas is going to head for second.
Wait, he just stays, right?
Yeah, break.
But it hit off the house, so he'll need to go back to first. And it's interesting, this season, while the Nighthawks would likely go in as that #1 seed and get the first round bye, it really seems like there's a lot of teams that could go on a run and win it. It looked like the Aces originally were going to really run away with things, but they've cooled off as the season's gone on, and of course that opened the door for this Nighthawks squad.
Well, it makes me think back to week 1. I believe it was the opening game where the Nighthawks were able to sweep the Atlantic Aces, maybe an indicator what comes then in the mirror at the end of the season.
3-1 pitch to Blayhouse is tapped foul, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the way, and Blayhouse is going to go down swinging for the first out of the frame. He's going to get the Mario music treatment.
Okay, Cole, you want to go second?
I was thinking he goes third and I'll go to short.
We're going to move Jordan. He can't move.
We're going to see a little bit of a change out here in the field as Cole Blevins is going to move over to third base with Jordan Rice moving to first and Barrett Carlo moving to second. A little bit of change in the field here. I wonder what the motive behind that move is. Barrett Carlo will now play deep in the field at second as Chance Justice will step in.
Yeah, that's interesting as Justice will take ball 1 there. He's been red hot this series. We'll see if he can continue it. That's going to run up and in, and as the pitch came out of his hand, McNeil was already apologizing. He misses again. It's 3-0.
I feel like we've seen so many batters hit this series, way more than usual.
Justice will take a 1-out walk here, 2 aboard with 1 away here in the bottom of the first. Game 3 with the Nighthawks looking for a sweep. First pitch drops in for strike 1. As that misses upstairs. Quite a lot of spin on that pitch from McNeil. As that's going to be smoked over to Carlo. Steps on second, comes up firing to first, and makes the play. Barrett Carlo, a gem in the field today. He nabs the double play. It was close. We'll take a look at the replay, but it looks like he just got the throw in time as Gradwell was coming in.
And I guess that's a payoff for them moving around their fielders, able to get that double play, the 3rd on the day, if I do remember correctly. And we will switch sides here and come back in the top of the 2nd.
So back to it here in the top of the 2nd after both teams went scoreless in the first. Playhouse facing Carlo, and Barrett Carlo's quickly ahead 2-0. And you can make it 3. In search of a leadoff walk is Carlo. Grounded left side, Thomas throws to first, and Blayhouse breathes a sigh of relief, gets out of some 3-0 trouble for the first out of the inning.
I guess one thing to note here with Blayhouse coming in to pitch this 3rd game and the 3rd inning of the 2nd game, Drew Gradwell not able to get to those 100 strikeouts in regular season. Will remain at 98, I believe, as Jordan Rice will now step in, try to put something on the board here for the Southern Stingers as this game remains 0-0. Still, anyone has a chance to take the lead.
The only way I could see Gradwell having that opportunity is for some reason if they go away from Blayhouse for the 3rd as the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. I don't see that being very likely. So that's popped up and it'll settle in on the roof of the broadcast booth. Neil was ready. I saw you had that ready position.
I want to get one.
You're locked in. Gotta say, the adrenaline rush when you're able to haul one of those in is pretty awesome. As Rice goes behind 1 and 2 here.
I can't imagine what it is then for the players, especially those out in second who are able to make those incredible grabs.
Grounded into no man's land, and they're going to use Peter McNeil as a pinch runner for Rice.
Do I need to go on the base now?
Jordan Rice must have picked up an injury. That must be why they switched him over to first. But he dropped a base hit single into no man's land that'll bring Cole Blevins up with one away.
Good positioning from the hit there. Able to get onto first using the ghost runner. Cole Blevins will now step in. Look at the first ball.
First pitch outside ball one, and that's how this at-bat begins. Already one out in the inning as that's grounded left side. Tough play, Thomas. And he can't quite haul it in. I was hesitant to say he tried to go for the bare-handed play, so conditioned calling baseball where, and of course they're using the glove on the other hand, but in this case, Thomas just unable to rein it in, and it's 2 aboard with only 1 gone.
It's one of the better positions that the Stingers have had throughout this series, especially on the offensive side. Peter McNeil going to try to bring some of these runners home.
McNeil over to a ground out and a fielder's choice so far. He'll ground one. Thomas slipped and fell. Thomas slipped and fell trying to make the play over at third. Carlo safe.
You guys gotta move up.
Carlo, of course, running for Jordan Rice. Now he'll need to hit. But another single moves everyone up 40 feet, and the bases are loaded with only 1 away.
And what a person to be stepping in. Barrett Carlo has had the most hitting success so far on the Southern Stingers today. We'll look at that first ball. Even a walk here would be massive for the Southern Stingers. Would tie their point record so far for this series.
And Carlo wisely just spiking the bat into the ground as that pitch stayed up above his head. You don't want to risk it being tapped foul. And he's ahead 3-0 here, so looking to find himself aboard once again and bring home the first run of the ball game. He'll do just that. And for the first time all series, the Southern Stingers lead at 1-0.
Oh shit, looks like I got it on this time.
Move up. Move up there. Go second.
Bases will continue to stay loaded as well, which I think is pretty pivotal here for the Southern Stingers, as they want to try to rack up quite a few more points. Outside of the second game, there hasn't been too many high-scoring innings. I believe only 2 really high-scoring innings, and the other one's fairly empty. So really any point lead here, or run lead here, would be quite pivotal here with the Southern Stingers.
A lot of break on that pitch from Blayhouse, but unfortunately it doesn't break into the zone. And now Rice is ahead 2-0. And Jack just looking for the zone at this point, trying to find some command here with 1 out in the top of the second. So that's going to be tapped foul up onto the roof of the canopy for strike 1. A 3-1 hitter's count here to Jordan Rice. And it'll miss low, ball 4. It'll bring another run home.
And I believe this is what the Stingers should have been looking for throughout most of the series. They're able to get it now, try to avoid that sweep. Nighthawks, on the other hand, really want to try to secure this. Things might be starting to get away from them.
Blevins can't catch up with 54 on that first pitch for strike 1. So that one will run inside, and we're level 1-1. Playhouse getting a restock here. So that's swung through strike 2.
Be aggressive here, Cole. Get to it, kid. Here we go.
Playhouse looking to get out of the inning. I'm sorry, at least pick up a second out. Won't happen here though, as that misses outside ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Haven't gotten to throw out my favorite line yet in this ball game as the count goes full. Swung through strike 3, the second out of the frame. Blevins tosses the bat, and there's 2 down. Playhouse in search of a way out of this inning, and now he'll need to see Peter McNeil with 2 outs and the bases loaded. 1 for 3 so far here in this 3rd and final game of the series.
As soon as that ball's out of his hands, I'm going to go and it's going to look like he normally does.
He's gonna steal an occupied base.
First pitch grounded left side. Thomas diving play, can't make it. Skips off Grossenbacher's hands, and 2 runs are going to score.
Really good hit there out of McNeil. We'll get 2 runs in. Jordan Rice, though, maybe with his injury, decides to stay on second. So runner will be absent from third, but still 2 on base here with 4 points. Good position here for the Stingers. Barrett Carlo will now step in. Really good opportunity for the Stingers to continue to extend their lead here.
And a homer here would end the inning, would pass that 6-run threshold. We'll see what Carlos got as he taps it foul, and it's 1-1. In what is now a 4-0 ball game, Stingers trying to salvage the series. Swung through strike 3. Carlo down swinging, but a 4 spot in the top of the 2nd puts the Stingers in the driver's seat. Nighthawks need to respond as we head to the bottom of the frame.
I knew that one. Man, an idiot.
Hey, don't hit it over here, no fly zone. How about that? Oh, yeah. We're cooked over here. We're cooked.
All right, you guys ready? Thanks.
You getting nervous for your wedding?
So it's going to be Philip Grossenbacher leading off the bottom of the 2nd, facing Peter McNeil. And now the Nighthawks are really going to need to respond after the 4 spot in the top of the frame. Misses outside, ball 2. And Grossenbacher will wear it.
Oh, sorry. That's 3, right? Yeah.
3-1 pitch on the way. Drops in strike 2 and moves the count full. Grossenbacher swings through strike 3 for the first out of the frame. McNeil able to work his way back into that at bat after falling behind early. It was a nice job of pitching as he's going to use the old t-shirt bag strategy. Folds up the bottom of that shirt and loads it up with wiffle balls. So it's back to the top of the order with Philip Thomas, who singled his first time up, the only hit of this 3rd game for the Nighthawks. And if you're McNeil, of course you're pitching with a little bit of an advantage, but you still don't want to test Thomas too much. As Philip Thomas goes ahead, 3-0 here. And that'll miss outside, a 1-out walk to leadoff man Thomas. That'll bring Playhouse up, 1 on, 1 gone here in the bottom of the 2nd as the Nighthawks searching for a spark here in game 3.
Yeah, bit of a comeback needed here on the bottom of the 2nd as they're behind 4, already with 1 out but 1 on, as Playhouse will dodge that ball on the inside from McNeil.
First pitch buzzed the tower a little bit. 2nd one drops in for strike 1.
Damn it!
As Playhouse did need to swing at that one, but just gets a piece of it. Tips it foul. He's behind 1 and 2. As that just missed upstairs. McNeil thought he had a strikeout looking. 2-2 pitch. Swung through strike 3, tried to golf it, and Playhouse tried to snap the bat.
Playhouse definitely not too happy about those second 2 strikes. Both ones that I don't believe he really needed to go for, as one will remain on first in the form of Philip Thomas, but with 2 outs already, Stingers looking to strike back in the series in a major way.
So Chance Justice, who walked his first and only time up in game 3, will take some cuts as he jumps ahead 1-0 here. And Last one to left field. The series continues. Chance Justice supercharged. A 2-run shot. It splits the lead in half. It's 4-2.
I believe that's his fourth home run on the day after coming in with only 3 this year. A massive batting performance out of Chance Justice, and really what the Nighthawks needed to come away with the sweep in the series. They're not quite there yet. We'll see if this momentum can continue into the rest of the third game.
The 7th home run of the year for Justice, and with 2 outs, this lead is split in half as that's going to get by Carlo, and Gradwall's going to perch himself at first with a 2-out single to keep things going. Philip Grossenbacher will step in now and look to continue this rally. Only 1 homer on the year for the righty as he leaves the first pitch outside for ball 1. He taps it foul to the backstop. 1-1 missed outside. As the 2-1 just caught the zone. Grossenbacher can only chuckle. The 2-2 pitch. Had to duck out of the way there. Took a big break right at the last second, but the count is full 3-2. And this one's tagged foul.
That one got close. I almost reached out.
Yeah, you were there. Almost reined it in, so it's going to be full count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Tying run at the plate for the Nighthawks. Payoff pitch. Grounded left side, tough play, Blevins. He hauls it in, went to second. Gradwall got a foot there in time.
I'm going to agree with you on that call, but we will still take a look at the replay just as insurance. Or we will in a second. We will continue with play, though. I'll check in with the final call a bit later, or we might just play with him being safe, as no one seems to be contesting, as we'll move to a 1-1 count.
So Philip Thomas drives one to center.
Yes, sir.
And this game is turned upside down. Number 19 on the year, the race is on for the home run crown. And Philip Thomas gives the Nighthawks the lead.
What a comeback for the Northern Nighthawks, able to pick up 5 in this inning after being down 4 coming into it with some impeccable hits, especially this one out of Philip Thomas.
What a game we've had, and what a season it's been for the rookie Philip Thomas. And I know you talked before this game about Sam Thomas's chances at Rookie of the Year, but I don't think anybody can beat Philip Thomas right now.
Definitely it looks that way. Jack Playhouse here at the plate. We'll move to a 3-1 count. Pretty safe. Pressure kind of off of the Nighthawks here now, as they will take the lead with only 1 inning to go and still an out to work with.
Why didn't you make those tacos I wanted?
As Playhouse lines one to center, that's going to get out of here. Jack Playhouse, an unexpected piece of pop right there, and another 2-out shot. Back-to-back jacks, it'll make it 6-4, and it will end the inning. The 6-run threshold met. And what a frame it was for the Northern Nighthawks, who take the lead as we head to the third at 6-4.
We're waiting on our drunk first baseman to pitch. Get some runs in. Okay. Can someone get on one side of that thing?
Yeah, drunk foot. Hot corner.
What is this? Is this content? No, Drew.
Oh, yeah. That'll work.
You see it.
Wait, Jack. Yeah. So if Drew was pitching in the third last game, he's got 1 inning left, so he can't pitch the top of the third, right?
Is this the? No, this is the top of the third.
Is this top third? So that's not right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we're home.
Sorry, I haven't updated it yet. My bad.
Trevor.
Amateur hour up here, I'm sorry.
Mickey Mouse show.
What are we paying for? I think he's warm. Are you ready?
Go, Cole.
I think he's tired of playing first base.
Hell yeah, I am.
So you can queue up enter Sandman. Drew Gradwall is back on the hill, burning that final inning of eligibility to try and slam the door on the Southern Stingers.
This will be both of these, unless the game goes tied and we go to extras, this will be both of these teams' final innings of the regular season. They're hopefully going to leave it all out on the field.
Gradwell will face Blevins to lead things off. First pitch grounded right side into no man's land, and Cole Blevins. Wow, that was actually a really nice play. We're going to have to take a look at the replay there, but it looks like Playhouse might have come up firing.
I would agree with you. I do believe that did connect with Blevins. Bit of an odd play, as Playhouse is a bit slow to the ball, but Blevins also slow to the plate.
And it sure did get him, so a quick first out here in the top of the third, as it's back to the top of the order with Peter McNeil.
What, your left knee, your right knee, and your weak knee? Oh.
And now that Gradwell is back in, he does still have the opportunity to hit those 100 strikeouts. We'll need both of the ones remaining, both the outs remaining though in this inning. Gets to a 1-1 count against McNeil though.
That'll drop in for strike two. McNeil 2 for 4, a ground out, a fielder's choice, and a pair of singles. 1-2 pitch on the way. Got him swinging the second out of the frame.
Andrew Gradwell's 99th strikeout of this year, down to the Stingers down to their final out of this series and potentially their regular season year, and Gradwell will look for that 100th strikeout as well against Barrett Carlo.
Carlo 1 for 3 here in game 3, a single, a ground out, a strikeout, and a walk. And we'll see how Gradwell approaches this. First pitch to Carlo on the way. Missed inside, ball 1. Now the 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2. 2-0, grounded right side, tough play. Grossenbacher comes up firing, but Carlo beats it out. A 2-out base runner here for the Stingers. And Jordan Rice will step in, still dealing with a bit of a nagging injury.
I can't do that right now, brother.
But he represents the tying run here in the top of the third.
He has still been able to produce a little bit offensively despite his injury. Maybe not on the running side, but definitely has gotten quite a few hits in, had Peter McNeil step in for him for the running a little bit, but I believe still did some running himself, especially when the bases were loaded. Was able to pick up a couple bases. We'll see what he's able to do here against Drew Gradwell.
So Peter McNeil will pitch hit. First pitch, up and in for strike 1. Now the 0-1. Missed upstairs. Rice thought about it, but holds off. Rice seeming to be struggling a little bit there. 1-1 misses inside, ball 2. 2-1 again misses, and it's a hitter's count, 3-1. Rice representing the tying run. And he'll take a 2-out walk. So back-to-back 2-out base runners, and there's a little bit of life
Get a pinch runner in there.
here in the top of the third for the Southern Stingers.
Let him get a pinch runner.
And Peter McNeil will pinch run for Jordan Rice here. So it's back to Cole Blevins, who grounded out on a very nice heads-up play from Playhouse to open this inning. First pitch on the way from Gradwell. Drops in, strike 1. 1 for 4 with a single as Blevins swings through strike 2. Stingers down to their final strike. The 0-2 from Groudwall. Fouled back and Blevins stays alive.
And keeps the Stingers' hopes alive in this series as well.
0-2. Holds off ball 1. Now the 1-2. Grounded right side. Steps on the bag and you can pop bottles. The Northern Nighthawks clinch the #1 overall seed. They sweep the Southern Stingers and they secure themselves a first-round bye in the playoffs. A 6th spot in the bottom of the second caps it off and finishes off the sweep for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, what a series we had. Back-to-back sweeps in back-to-back days. Northern Nighthawks, like Trevor said, are able to clinch that first seed. The Southern Stingers, their fate now resides in the rest of the teams to see how the standings work out. I believe the way things will work out, they should remain around that middle of the pack unless things go catastrophically wrong for them. That will be all for us here at the AWA. Thank you all for watching, and good night.